Well, good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and let's see, it's what is it going to be? Memorial Day weekend starting Friday, and guess what? It's raining again. Imagine that. So it sounds like it's going to pretty much do this for most of the day, it looks like on the radar. So I guess today is the day that we are going to get this thing painted. We're at least going to get masked up and ready to go. And if all goes well, I think we'll get it done today. So if you watched the last video, you know that we got the doors and the fenders painted. That was Tuesday, and today's Friday, like I said. So these are ready to go. I just need to find a place to put them. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. We also, previous video, got the hood and the tailgate and the inner tailgate done. So those are ready to go. So I just need to find a place. Thunder's rolling out there. I need to find a place to put these parts. And then from there, I'm going to clean a few things up, probably sweep the prep station out here. And then I got to figure a way to get this Bronco in here without going outside, because the power steering does not work. So it's a old school power steering. The pump's bad, I think. But got all the parts put away, got the booth swept out, or the prep station swept out, whatever you want to call it. It's called a prep station, but it's my paint booth. And we got the truck in here. Luckily it stopped raining. It's super overcast out there, but it isn't raining, so we were able to sneak it outside, get it at the correct angle, and get it in. So now, got a couple hours of masking to do. I was able to get the back seat out of it. The whole time I thought that seat was bolted down. Here it was just laying in there, because it's not the correct seat for the truck. So I wish I would have known that about 4 weeks ago. I've been tripping over it every time. Anyways, we're gonna get it masked up and then see how the rest of the day goes. was going to be, but I got the back set up here. I'm trying to make it so I can climb up in there and walk up there to get the back of that roof line. Just, I don't think I'm going to be able to reach it from the little ladder here on the side of the truck. So hopefully that works out as planned. The rest of it's ready to go. I think we're just going to, we're going to let it sit for a little bit here. The storms, we just keep getting one storm after another around here. Another one just came through and the lights didn't flicker, but I sure thought they were going to. It was close. It hit pretty hard. So I'm concerned with just the power going out in the middle of spraying. So we're just going to hang out for a little while, go and get some lunch. We'll come back and see if this weather's cleared out, and we'll get started. All right, well, lunch is over. I think it's done raining. We just had another storm come through, but not a lot of lightning with that one. So we are ready to go here. Just kind of mask up this pin switch over here quick. We'll be ready to go. So I have obviously, we got the sealer, we got the base coat, and we got the clear coat. Those are our 3 steps. Yeah, I got the sealer mixed up in the gun. Everything's wiped down with wax and grease remover. Just ran the tack cloth over everything, so we're good to go there. So with this being, so you got 3 coats. You got the sealer, you got the base coat, and you got the clear coat, like I said. The sealer and the clear coat have to go on wet. The base coat, that's like a mid-dry spray. It's not dry, but it doesn't have to be super wet. But the sealer is almost more important to keep. We have to keep it wet, and this is where these things make it tough. So I got my plan of attack here. I think is we're going to get up in the back of the truck. We're going to get a couple coats of sealer put in this jam back here that I can't reach from up here. Get a couple coats there, and then I'm going to go to half the roof, come this way to the door jam. Then I'm going to hustle around to the other side. Same thing, half the way to the door jam. Then I'm going to come back to this way. Well, actually, we'll probably just go right over there, hit that side of the cowl, come back over to this side, hit this side of the cowl, get the ladders out of the way. Then we'll do a door jam. We'll go back around the other side, do a door jam. Then we'll come back around this side, get the box side, go back around, get the box side. What we're trying to do is if we're going to have dry spots in our sealer somewhere, I don't want them like all the way across the middle of the roof. I want them right here in this nice little area that I can see them. So if I'm going to have a dry seam, I want to keep it here or in the door jamb. Not in the middle of the box, not in the middle of the roof. Especially not in the middle of this cowl because there's all this venting and stuff. I mean, you want that to almost lay down perfect because you can't really get in there wet sand and buff that. So again, that's what I come up with. That's what we're going to do. I don't know what to tell you. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sealer in regular time, so you can kind of see how see my awesome acrobatic maneuvers up here on the roof. It's pretty cool. And then the base coat and the clear, we'll probably just do a time lapse. You've already seen me spray that. So I think we're ready. It's only been 14 weeks, I think. 14 weeks of work, and it's going to take about 2 hours to spray it. That's all there is to it. just finished up the sealer. Obviously it's still flashing. We just finished it a few minutes ago, but I just want to show you a couple things here. I noticed that there's, if you look at the angle there right about, there's just a little piece of junk right there that I didn't know where it came from, but you never do, right? And then I got all this fuzz right in that area. I think it came out of the gas door. It's probably hidden back in there somewhere. So when I blew it out and I blew it right into the sealer. It's almost like a little cottony something or another. But I'm not going to bother with that right now. So what we're going to do, this is a non-sanding sealer for the most part. It's not meant to be sanded on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to start basing. We'll put 2 coats of base on, but I'm going to remember this area and I'm going to remember that area. And after those first 2 coats of base set and flash, then I'll go through with a little 1000 grit and I'll knock those little fuzzies off of there and anything else that I don't like. I didn't see anything obvious anywhere else. Everything laid down good, looked good. So anyways, we're gonna let this flash. Oh, the gas door. The gas door looks like crap. I'm not even gonna paint it. I don't know if you can see that. There's a big nick right there. The gas door didn't come with this truck. He grabbed that gas door out of another Bronco, and just a quick glance, it looked like it's in good condition, so I didn't even bother with it. But evidently it's not. So we'll do that another day. All right, so it's been a good 20 minutes here. We're all flashed off, ready to go. So I think what we're going to do is, like I said, I'm going to set up on a time lapse. That took like 7 minutes or something like that to do that, I think, according to the camera. So I'm going to set up on time lapse, hit 2 coats, let it flash, hit 2 coats, get that fly, and then I don't know. Well, we let this flash off for probably a good 45 minutes, and I don't have my mic on, so it probably sounds a little stupider and maybe echoey, but it is what it is. Anyways, I just want to show you that little spot that I was talking about right there. That was that first piece of dust that came from wherever. There's a big chunk. So we sanded that out with a little bit of 1000, and this over here is that little dusty crap that I was talking about. I don't know what it was, but so yeah, that's just a sealer coming through now. And then I found a little spot down here, a couple little spots on the roof. I just went over this top area real quick, and that's good enough for now. Anyways, we got a fresh cup of black base in the gun, so we're gonna set it back up time lapse. We're gonna hammer 2 more coats on, let that flash, and then we'll get putting the shiny stuff on. Turn the noisemaker off for a minute. So we got what, 1 coat of sealer, 4 coats of base. It's been flashed off now for about 40 minutes. We're good to go. I just finished tacking it all off. So I think we are ready. We got a full cup of clear in the gun over there. We're going to be using the full face respirator for this one, which sucks because I can't wear my glasses, but it's a lot better to be able to breathe at the end of the night. So we're going to use a full face respirator. We're going to be starting at the top like we did on the sealer. I don't know if you noticed, but I started the base on the bottom and just come up and over because we're not trying to keep the coat wet across it with the base coat. With clear coat, we got to keep it wet. So we always start at the top. So when we clear that roof, the overspray is going to come down here, land on the cowl, and it'll be like a dusting of clear. And then when we come down here and clear the cowl, it'll drown out that dryness. If I do it in reverse, this will be wet with clear. It'll start to flash by the time I get to the roof, and then the overspray will literally settle down on top of it. And what we'll have then is a real dry, rough texture, especially on a day like today. The humidity's up pretty high. It's been raining. What is it now, about 6:30? It's been raining since 10 o'clock this morning, and it's raining again. So we're going to keep the fan running, 3 coats of clear. Honestly, we're going to be able to probably move through it pretty quick because by the time I get, start on the roof and get all the way around this truck, the roof's probably going to be real close to being ready just to go right back on it again. So anyways, we'll set up time lapse, hammer out 3 coats. That was so 1 coat of sealer, 4 coats of base, 3 coats of clear. The camera died on the 3rd coat, so I just threw the camera on the charger while I finished the 3rd coat and let it charge, and then we finished that, and then we went in for dinner, took the dog for a walk, let it set up here, and we'll let it sit all weekend and dry. Leave the fans running all weekend, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, right now you're looking at a reflection, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It was a lot of work. Like I said, I don't know how many weeks I've had this thing here, for like 12, 14 weeks. But I've got probably 1 more week to go, and hopefully we'll get this thing out of here. So next week we'll start on the tailgate, because we have that drip that we talked about. You know where it is. Yeah, I just got this little drip right here on this corner. We're going to, we'll start with that first next week and make sure we can get that out. And if we can't, then I'll be respraying that. So we're going to start with the tailgate and the hood next week. Get them 2 done, then we'll do the doors and the fenders. And then after those 2 are done, then we'll go back to the truck. So that'll give it a good Tuesday or Wednesday. So it'll be almost a week, almost 7 days before I get back to the truck. So we're going to end this video here as far as painting. I think we're all wrapped up except for the gas door, so I think I got left to do, and possibly the tailgate if that doesn't cooperate. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.